Hey yo, what is up? Kampfpanzer 07 is now on the live server, and wow, what a striking resemblance it is to the Leopard 1. Now I'm betting all my money that the Kampfpanzer 07 is going to be some kind of Clan Wars reward tank, although there is no way to 100% verify this. But because it is already released into the live server and available in the game files today, I have a strong feeling that this could be your summer Clan Wars reward tank. And right now let's just admire what it looks like compared to the Leopard 1. Now, if you don't know which one is the Leopard 1, then I'm sorry I can't help you. But as you can see, the silhouette is almost exactly the same. You have that elongated turret, the lengthened turret, and slightly shorter bustle at the back. But it is literally the same tank, but kind of like with a stretched turret. Very interesting look, very sexy looking tank. If you are unaware, the stats have been buffed and they seem to have been finalized. It looks like the buff is going to be permanent because there's no news coming out from the super test community since they buffed it about, let's say, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And very sexy looking tank. You can see the similarities there in the hull design. Same amount of road wheels, same amount of tracks, but it looks like a slightly stretched version of a Leopard 1. The hull looks almost identical, but it looks kind of shorter. Maybe they're playing this tank as a chieftain competitor, maybe challenging for that top spot as one of the more desirable tanks in tier 10 reward sphere. The big problem here is with the crew, and that is the first thing I want to highlight here, and that is because this tank carries 5 crew, 2 loaders, and no radio operator. So you have your regular commander, driver, gunner, 2 loaders. All your heavy tanks in the German line have a radio operator and 1 loader. So minus the radio operator, it means you have to spend some gold to shuffle some crew around. It means you have to retrain your commander to have the situational awareness, because your situational awareness on your regular heavy tanks on your German tech tree are in the radio operator. So a real bummer there, but you can see why they're doing this. They need people to spend all the gold that they've accumulated and spend it on frivolous things like crew training and retraining your commanders, so that you empty you free up a slot and you put the situational awareness into your commanders. So maybe your E100 commander or whatever is going to have situational awareness crew, which will be useless on the E100 but is absolutely necessary in the Kampfpanzer 07. Now we are admiring the shovel right in the front of the tank. It looks like the shovel is not movable. You can't operate it. They could have done it. They could have made it operational. I mean, maybe you can hit the H button like some of the novelty mods that we have, like the honk, the horn, car horn for for the tanks. I think they have it in Aslin's mod where you can have the car horn on for the tank. Maybe you could remap that H key to operate the shovel instead. Imagine that we can operate that shovel, make that shovel go down. It would have a different look. It would provide additional spaced armor for your lower plate perhaps. Who knows, maybe they might try doing that later on in the future, but there's no guarantees of that happening. But yeah, let's admire the way the tank looks. I think it is, it has, because it is a leopardish kind of shape. It kind of shares its look with not just the leopard, but also the lion. The Italian lion also has the same leopard one hull, so it's going to have that similar silhouette, except this one of course has the elongated turret, a stretched turret. This is what you will look like if you're playing in third person and you're attacking your enemies, and that's what it would look like. Pretty interesting. You have two MGs, one on top of the commander's hatch and this one at the mantlet. I suppose they don't work, they're just there for decoration. But yeah, these are the final stats, and of course the buffs include additional hit points from 2200 to 2300 hit points, engine power 960 from the 850, power to weight ratio from 15 to 16.84, traverse speed as well from 34 to about 35.5. Hull armor increased from 140 millimeters frontal to 160 millimeters frontal and sloped. However, there was a little bit of a nerf, and that nerf comes from the 460 alpha being nerfed to a 410 alpha, so slightly less alpha, but you're gonna have a little bit of a quicker reload time, actually a lot better reload time. From the 11.22 seconds reload time, it is down to 9.11 seconds reload time. It makes this a very competitive tank. You could probably get the reload time down to about 7.5 seconds, and the dispersion as well from 0.33, now it's down to 0.32. This makes it very interesting. It will make it very desirable indeed, because 0.32 dispersion means you probably can get it down to about 0.29 dispersion. Aim time from 1.7, it is now nerfed to 1.92. 1.92 is still not too shabby. I mean, it is still pretty good. I think this will give the Chieftain a run for its money in its current iteration. I think this is a really desirable and really interesting. A lot of people are going to go after this tank if it is indeed a Clan Wars reward tank, but we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. I suppose Clan Wars is going to be announced soon, maybe in a couple of weeks or in a month's time. Let's see what's happening. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.